Good morning everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be tackling a job that I have been putting off for a very long time, and that is to deep clean and wash my mattress. So we're going to start off by stripping the bed, and then we're going to be coming at it with the Vax Spotwash. Okay, so the bits that I'm going to be using today to clean the mattress with are my Vax stain pre-treat, there we go, and this Pro Clean Pro Plus carpet shampoo in the scent Spring Bloom. It's got a really nice scent, you get a great big vat of it, and it's good stuff. I find it works actually a little better than the Vax Platinum stuff that comes with the carpet shampooer. And it's significantly cheaper, but yeah, it does a really good job at its finding machines. It doesn't foam or anything like that. I'm also using some really hot but not boiling water, so nice. That's the kind of temperature you do your washing up in, maybe not too hot because it can overheat the machine, but yeah, nice and hot water. And I'm going to be using a jug because the only thing that I don't like about this is the fill hole is kind of in a weird place and it doesn't quite fill up from the tap, so I have to put the water in a jug and then I have to put the shampoo in a jug, and I'm going to be filling it up to the large area water line, which is this one here, and then the large area clean solution I'm going to fill it up to with that. It's kind of a guesstimate because it's really hard to fill this from a jug while it's upright. You have to kind of tip it back a little bit. So it's a guesstimate, but that's what I'm using today, and it does a really good job of it. So this is an overview of the bed before. It's not coming out very well on the camera, but you can see that there are some yellowing patches of just general nastiness really that I want to get shot of today. So I'm going in first with the Vax Pre-Treat Stain Remover. That's going to do a good job of loosening up the stains on the mattress before I go in with the Spotwash, not Smartwash. And then I've left it for about 5 or 10 minutes before I go in with this. So I've altered the filter a little bit on this just so you can see a little bit better the marks on the bed. It's embarrassing, I won't deny it. It's a mucky mattress, it's horrible, but it's also kind of satisfying to see those yellow marks vanish as we go. So the routine that I use with the Spotwash is there's like a little trigger on the back of this. I use the trigger to lay down some shampoo, and then I rough it up a little bit with the brush, and then I go over it and suck it up to start with, and then I kind of scrub at it gently with the trigger on, so it's applying shampoo, it's sucking it up, and it is roughing up the top as well to remove those stains as I'm going. Now this makes the mattress very wet, but fortunately the Spotwash is really good at picking up all the water. It leaves things barely wet, which I really love about it. I wouldn't be daring to try and wash the mattress without this thing. If you guys are considering getting one, I would highly recommend them. They are great little things. They're good for upholstery, they are good for shampooing stair carpets, but of course they are good for what they are originally intended for, which is kind of picking up spills really. Spill something on your carpet, whack the Spotwash out and suck it up. And it's a wonderful little tool. I really like this thing and I don't get it out enough. So you will see as I go through the video the difference that it's making. I will zoom in on an area after I've done this. I just wanted you guys to be able to see kind of the overview of what I'm doing before I zoom in on an area. Okay, so I just stopped after doing this first corner here because I really wanted to show you guys the difference, so you can see where I've cleaned up to. Like here, you can't see it that well in the video, but it's very obvious in reality, like the icky and the clean. Now there are still some areas of discoloration. You can definitely see them more on the camera than you can in real life. For example, in real life this bit looks completely white, but on the camera you can see that there's a little bit of discoloration. So I think I'm probably going to have to come back over this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over it all first. I'll do a couple of close-ups for you so you can see the mini vacs in action. But yeah, I'm going to come over it probably again, depending on how quickly it dries out. Obviously, I have to sleep on this tonight. Usually, sorry, that random dog. It's not actually in pain. It always sounds like that, I promise. No one is kicking a dog. It just, for some reason, sounds like that. But yeah, we'll see how quickly it dries. Usually it's quite quick. It'll be dry within a couple of hours. But because I'm going to be laying on this tonight, I want to make sure that it's properly dry. So let's continue, and I will show you the state of this water when I do a dump. It's absolutely disgusting. So I'm just working very, very slowly, one section at a time. I do have a really nice warm day for this. I think the temperatures are around 26, 27 degrees today. So I know that's really going to help the mattress to dry out quickly. So I'm not in any particular rush to get this done. I'm working very slowly, one little section at a time, trying to get as much of this off as I can. Now, obviously, it's not going to get it all, but it does do a pretty good job. I think in order to get it all, you would have to get a professional in. I don't have the finances all the time for that. My husband is normally asleep in bed because he works the night shift. He's away this weekend, so I literally have just today to get this done, really. I don't have the time to be calling in professionals. I don't have the money to be calling in professionals, and I have my Spotwash. So it's going to be a very amateur job, but it makes a huge amount of difference. You will see in the water dump when I do that shortly, just the amount of ick that comes off this mattress. This is your kind of cue to clean your mattress because they get so manky. So with this mattress, we do have a mattress protector that we use underneath our sheet. So normally on the bed, obviously I've taken it off this time of year, but normally on the bed we have the mattress protector, we have the electric blanket, and then we have a sheet. And the mattress still gets like this. I don't really know a way of preventing it other than that. I don't really want to use one of those crinkly waterproof mattress protectors, so we're just using a standard one, but still, you know, you get these marks on the bed. It's a fact of life that when you are in bed you sweat, especially, you know, if you're using an electric blanket over the winter, you know, you're going to sweat. And unfortunately it does get into the mattress no matter how much you do. So it's really important to go around and clean the mattress regularly. I try and do it twice a year. Now obviously, looking at this mattress, it needs to be done more. So I will be including the mattress in my seasonal clean. So I'll be going to 4 times a year cleaning this, and I'm hoping that will make the difference. But I'm also wondering if my moisturiser has got a little bit to do with it. I did notice that my side of the bed is worse than my husband's side of the bed, and I suspect, and I really hope, it's not just because I'm sweaty. It's because before I go to bed I moisturise, and I'm wondering if my moisturiser is kind of coming off on the bed. I know it does on the sheet. I'm wondering if it's getting through onto the mattress as well. So what I might do is put my moisturiser on a little bit earlier, give it a little bit more time to kind of sink into my skin before I go to bed, and we'll see if that makes a difference. But yeah, it's definitely grimy. It's definitely not a pretty thing to look at. I was in 2 minds as to whether I kind of show you guys this because it really is manky, but I want my channel to be kind of real life, you know, we live in this house, we sleep in this bed, it gets mucky, it needs cleaning. There's no pee in this bed. Obviously, if you've got young children, there's very likely to be pee in the bed as well. Fortunately, as far as I'm aware, there is no pee in this bed. This is literally just sweat, moisturiser, build up of ick over the last 6 months. So yeah, really needed dealing with. Okay, so this is the first dirty water dump. That is absolutely disgusting. If you don't clean your mattresses, guys, and I never used to, I used to hoover them and that was probably about it. This is your sign to vacuum, to shampoo and vacuum your mattress. Let's dump it. Oh, that is manky. I can't believe my mattress was that manky. So that disgusting water dump has really spurred me on. This is a rather tiring job. I have sped this footage up. I'm doing this a lot slower than it appears that I'm doing it. It does take its toll. It is a hot day. You know, I was fed up by this point and I still had over half the bed to do. But the dirty water dump really spurred me on to just keep going, just keep plugging away. It's going to be worth it. And it was in the end, but my goodness, you need to set aside a decent amount of time to do this, particularly if you've got a larger bed like we have. This one is a king size. It takes some doing, it takes some reaching. It was absolute murder on my back. I don't know why my back in particular was hating this, but it really was. And it was an awful job. I think this is why I've been putting it off for so long. But at the same time as it being awful, it was actually kind of satisfying to kind of, you could literally see the yellow being sucked up by the Spotwash, which was really satisfying in a grotesque, gruesome kind of way. I rather enjoyed it and I'm very glad it's done. But it does take time. Set a good few hours aside for this. If you are doing this, guys, make sure that you're doing it properly, make sure that you're going slowly, don't rush it, and you will get decent results. So at this point, my eldest daughter wanted to have a go. So this is Rachel. This is her first time using Spotwash. This is her first time kind of cleaning a mattress in any kind of way, shape or form. She's 19. She's still learning the ropes of kind of cleaning the house, and she really wanted to play with my new toys. So here she is doing a brilliant job of this corner. As you can see, I'm kind of instructing her as we're going along as to how to use it to get the best results. Obviously everyone's different. If you want to do it differently, if you find a different way works better for you, then absolutely do it like that. This is the way that I found it's worked quickest for me in particular, and it seemed to do the job for Rachel as well. However, last year Rachel did have surgery on her back. She had scoliosis and she had corrective surgery on her back, so I didn't want her doing this for too long because obviously it takes its toll on the back where you are kind of leaning over and pushing down and pressing hard and stuff like that. But she did an excellent job of the little bit that she wanted to do, and I'm really, really pleased with it. And she got to have a go on my new toy as well, which is nice. So at this point, after Rachel has finished this section, I do stop filming. I don't want this video to go on for too long, but of course I went over the whole bed. It was just dragging on. I didn't want it to be very samey and very boring for you guys. So yeah, we just carried on and we got it all done. And the next clip you'll see is when I finished. Okay, so this is the bed after one decent pass. It looks so much worse on camera than it does. Like there's a couple of areas on here that you can see have still got a bit of yellow tone to them. But on the most part, the bed actually looks white in reality. But on the camera, you can see patches. I think some of them are shadows where the puckering goes in. But I'm really quite happy with that first round results. Most of the big staining is gone. Like I said, there's a couple of little bits that I probably will go back over, but right now I am extremely warm and I want to go and sit and have a bit of a rest and cool down. I'm going to come up each hour and check on how well it's drying. Currently it is 1:42, so I'll come up at about probably 3 and see how that's doing. Hopefully it will be almost dry. It is drying really well already. I mean, this bit I've only done we've only done the other side of that, and this is, you know, almost dry already, so I'm confident this will be dry before bedtime. But yeah, I'm really happy with how well it's done. It's taken 4 loads of the Spotwash, and they've all come out looking like that really nasty sandy colour, which is disgusting, but this little machine has done amazing. I'm really pleased with it. Ick. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, so it's now 10 to 4. I got a little bit distracted. We ended up going out to the shops. However, the bed appears to be dry, even in the dents. Oh, I'm so glad. I was worried it wasn't going to be dry in time for me to go to bed tonight. Ooh, that button's still a tiny bit damp, but the rest of it is nice and dry and fluffy. That's wonderful. I'm really glad about that. I'm going to go around, and where I have kind of scrubbed, we've got a bit of the fabric that just needs tidying up, but I'd rather have that than a dirty stained mattress, so I'm quite happy with that. And then I'll get the bed made and that will be another job done. I'm really glad I did that. I will probably go back over it again at some point. I'm going to wait for another nice hot day like this when there's nobody home, and I'll go over it again. But for now, I'm really happy with that. It's come up really, really well. Spotwash strikes again, guys. Okay, so it's now 9:30 and it's all dry. I'm really happy that it's ready for me to go to bed in a little while. It's all dry, it feels really fluffy and soft, it smells amazing. Very happy that I did that today. I've been putting that off for a while. I was waiting for like a hot day so that it could kind of evaporate and dry nice and quickly, and today has been perfect. It's worked out really, really well, and that's one job that I now don't have to worry about doing for a little while longer. Very, very pleased, but it does mean I'm gonna have to make the bed before I go to bed. I hate making beds, but at least like I've got the stuff ready. It's all in cases and stuff anyway, because I only changed the bedding yesterday, so all I've got to do is throw it on. But yeah, it's all done. I'm so happy. So it's now time just to pop the sheets and the duvet and the pillows back on again so I can go to bed. It's been a rather exhausting day and I was so tired at this point, even though it was still relatively early on in the evening. What time did I say it was? Like 9ish, 9:45, something like that. So I popped downstairs, I had one last drink, and then I came back up to make my bed and go to sleep. I ended up not sleeping till like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure why, but I was so tired at this point. So yeah, job well done. Really happy I got it done. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.